the tornado near Kreider right now. So this looks even much larger than it was whenever Chris showed us that. So, okay, that's what's going on right there. Once again, big tornado just went through Kreider, Kentucky. Now it's moving over towards the area between Princeton and Dawson Springs, Kentucky. We need everybody to take shelter if you haven't already. A couple of signs that are occurring to me here with some of the more recent frames. It does look like the velocities are letting up a little bit. Okay, it looks like this storm might try to recycle. Let's hope. I mean, all storms do it at some point. So let's hope that this happens here and the tornado lifts. But unfortunately, this is a very healthy supercell, and a new tornado, even if this does decide to lift, is going to very easily be able to form as this comes over towards Lewistown and Dawson Springs. Nobody come out of their safe spot just yet. This is still a big tornado. I'm just hoping that it's going to lift here for a moment to give us a break. Additionally, I'm going to go take a look at some of these other signatures that we're being alerted to with some of these other tornadoes. We do have a tornado warning for Eddyville, Illinois, and Simpson, Illinois. You guys need to take shelter. We've got a potential tornado right here near Vienna moving over towards Simpson. Take shelter. We still have that supercell that's coming up towards Owensboro as well. Owensboro, Kentucky. Take shelter.
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
This is going to eventually come towards you. We just got a new PDS tornado warning for, this includes Madisonville, Kentucky, Earlington, Kentucky, and Nortonville, Kentucky. So the National Weather Service over here is very confident that this storm is going to continue to produce a tornado for the next hour as it goes up past Dawson Springs, Kirkwood Springs, Charleston, Richland, Earlington, Victoria, PV, and Madisonville. We need everybody between Nortonville, Morton's Gap, Earlington, and Madisonville, Kentucky to get to shelter extremely quickly. This is a very dangerous storm. This is up there with some of the most insane, supercells that we've seen in this part of the world, and unfortunately, we're dealing with it tonight. Once again, big tornadoes still on the ground here between Crowtown and Farmersville. The next places that are going to be impacted here are Lewistown and Needmore. That recycle that I was talking about looks like it's occurring. It's definitely occurring, that we're seeing a reignition of our extreme velocity couplet here. So this is not going anywhere anytime soon. We might even see a new tornado emergency issued here if this continues to show signs of strengthening after it exits the tornado emergency box. Damage, getting reports of roofs being ripped off near Baden, Illinois as well. So lots of damage happening across Illinois, Kentucky, and Missouri right now, and we'll keep you updated on that, especially as more reports come in about what's happening down here in Kentucky. I want to dive back into the mesoscale a little bit. This is definitely the most life-threatening storm that we have right now, so that's why we're dedicating most of our resources to it. So right now, the tornado just passed Highway 139 north of Crowtown, and it's getting ready to go over towards Highway 293. So right now, the tornado is near the Silver Springs Helping Hand area, Coleman Ridge, and Bethany Church. And if it continues to go in the direction that it's been going, it's going to go over towards Perry Cemetery, One Way Repair, Calvert Cemetery, and then maybe even down there near the Fairview Missionary Baptist Church as it approaches Lewistown. So remember, Lewistown, Kentucky, you guys need to be in your safe spots, and also everywhere in between, especially up there. If you live close to the Perry or Calvert Cemetery, you're in a very dangerous spot. All right, so we're also seeing this photo from Shane. And I don't know if this is still with us or not. We don't have much of a confirmation on that, but that Shane has sent that in from Robards, Kentucky, which would be associated with the storm that is south and west of Owensboro, Kentucky. So that wouldn't surprise me. We might have a funnel associated with this storm near Curdsville as it comes up towards Sorgo and Griffith over here in Kentucky. Owensboro, once again, I think they'll probably issue a new tornado warning at some point here soon, and you will be included in that more than likely. So Owensboro, Kentucky, y'all get ready for that. Additionally, back down here, oh, yeah, that's not good. Our storm that sparked the tornado emergency definitely did go through a little bit of a cycle, but it's back. It's back now, and it's maybe even bigger than ever. As the debris ball is coming back, the velocity signature looks downright wild, and we still see that big tornado debris signature as well. So, unfortunately, I do think we have a big tornado on the ground still over here. As the tornado is crossing Highway 293 near Paws and Princeton. Near Frank Walpert Road. Once again, this might, at some point here, this might warrant a new tornado emergency. As the storm is still looking quite intense. Next in line here, once it gets past 293, Calvert Cemetery, once again, we're watching this go towards Young Cemetery. This is going to get pretty close to the only missionary Baptist church. And, you know, this is going to come close to Dawson Springs. All right, but I'm still holding out hope that it's going to go to the north and west of Dawson Springs. However, if the tornado continues to go in the path that it's on right now, if you were at the subway up there near the Interstate 69 intersection with Highway 109 north of Dawson Springs, you would probably be able to see the tornado pass pretty close to you right there. All right, so there it is. Yep, we got a new tornado emergency. Thankfully, that doesn't quite include Dawson Springs, but it makes it just to the west of Dawson Springs. So now we've got another tornado emergency
has been issued.
Once again, for anybody that's just now tuning in, a tornado emergency is the highest caliber tornado warning that can possibly be issued by the National Weather Service. It means that a catastrophic tornado is on the ground, and I personally believe that this tornado right now is even bigger than it ever was when we were looking at it earlier near Crider. This is the maxima of this tornado right now. It's bigger, it's more powerful than it's ever been, and it's moving in the general direction of the space between Lewistown and Olney in Kentucky. Anywhere in between those places are in extreme danger. Once again, if you find yourself in the path of this thing today, you are in the most dangerous situation you've ever been in your life. You have to try to survive a tornado of this magnitude. It won't happen on accident. You have to take shelter. You have to take action. You have to take precautions. Okay? We've been hollering about these areas for a while, so I really think I'm hoping that we're doing a good job of making sure that everybody is aware of what's going on. Now we've just got to make sure that everybody's taking it seriously and they know what to do. You don't want to be in a mobile home for this. Okay? You don't want to be in a mobile home for this. You want to abandon the mobile home and get to a sturdy shelter that's nearby. Okay, you don't want to be in the top floor of your home for this. You want to get downstairs into an interior room. You preferably don't want to be above ground. If you've got a basement or a storm cellar, that's the place to be. If you don't have that, then you're going to want to get into that interior bathroom or closet on the lowest level of your home or building or whatever you're in, okay? So just keep that in mind, and then wear a helmet. You're going to want to wear a helmet. and you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Bring the mattress off the bed, blankets, pillows, whatever you can do to protect your head. Put on closed-toed shoes just in case you have to evacuate your home and walk over glass. And bring me with you. Charge tablet phone, be able to call somebody and call for help whenever this thing is over, which hopefully will be soon. Is Chris Hall completely down? Have we tried refreshing? If he is, then we can just put something else there. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So a very quick update. We now have confirmation that debris is being lofted 37,000 feet with this tornado emergency. So if you are in the path, please take shelter. Debris is being lofted very, very high into the atmosphere.
Thank you, Elijah. 37,000 feet is no joke, y'all. That only happens with the really, 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 really bad ones. Once again, Olney and Dawson Springs and everywhere in between, you got to get to shelter. The good news is here, if there's any good news here, this is a very rural area. We've yet to see this go over a very populated zone. Now, don't get me wrong, it's went over some small communities, it's went over some households, some farms, some ranches. If it makes it to Olney, though, or if it makes it to even the road that connects Olney and Dawson Springs here, it's going to be hard for it to not hit something.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So we definitely got a lot of people along Olney Road that need to be in their safe spots right now. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. There is a debris signature on the Virginia tornado warning. So there is a tornado ongoing in Virginia as well.
Unbelievable. Let's go over to Virginia really quickly because I know we got some folks over here that are watching. Yeah, there you go. Tornado on the ground. Good chance that this thing rides Interstate 69 and stays on the north side of Interstate 69. And if it does that, if it follows the path that it should, if it follows the path that it's been on, it's going to go. Right now, if you were at that subway that I was talking about earlier on the north side of Dawson Springs, you would be able to see the tornado if it wasn't dark. But it should continue to go in the general direction of Charleston. The next places that would be hit by this.
Hey, Ryan, it's Chris. I'm having to holler at you through my phone because we're having bad internet issues. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Gibbs Spring and Cap Spring next in line before it gets to Charleston.
We're in St. Charles right now. We're about to drop south so we can look back up into this. Outside of bigger than quarter-sized hail right now, we are still looking at prolific lightning behind us. We're about to have another view of this when we drop south here. We also may have stuff falling out of the sky ahead of us. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's just so hard to see right now.
All right, Chandra, make sure you're looking at Chris Hall's feed, and as soon as we get something from him, put him back on my screen. Okay, so Chris Hall is going to be dropping south into this storm. He's coming through the forward flank right now, telling us about the hail that's associated with it. Right now, if you're up there in Madisonville, you're also probably getting in on some of that hail as well. But the tornado right now is going over just to the north of Dawson Springs. I really don't want to lighten this too much. Like, this might impact Dawson Springs, so we need everybody in their safe spots. But this also very well could impact areas to the north here near the Dunn Missionary Baptist Church. It'll cross Charleston Road here. It's likely going to try to cross Charleston Road here where it intersects with Interstate 69 near the Ideal Market. All right. We've got a couple of different things. There's a pay lake out here on Fox Road, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Ryan, one more thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we was north of Dawson Springs a moment ago. There's a gas station off of I-24 in Dawson Springs, on the north side of Dawson Springs on I-24. And there were so many people sitting there. We tried to tell them to get
no.
the HE double hell out of Dodge. I don't know if there's still some there, but there's a gas station right there off of 24, and that's very close to where that tornado is currently right now.
Yeah, that's not a good idea, guys. When I say that you could go to the subway and see the tornado, that you shouldn't do that because you can't see it. You're just gonna get hit by it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, if you're out being a tornado tourist right now, this is not that kind of tornado, y'all. Seriously, it's not. Being out here in this kind of situation, all you're doing is potentially putting yourself in a situation where you need your life saved by somebody who doesn't want to do that, and now you're putting other people's lives at danger. Okay? There's a firefighter, there's a police officer, there's an ambulance that has a family at home. They don't want to be out in a tornado and sifting through gas leaks and debris to help save you. And you're going to make them do that. That's selfish. Anyways, we've got a huge tornado still ongoing here, getting ready to cross into the northern side of Dawson Springs up there where Interstate 69 moves over towards the 109 corridor. All right. This is going over the Dunn Cemetery area, the Charleston Road area, and basically anybody between Dawson Springs and Charleston right now is potentially going to get hit by this tornado. It's untelling how large it is at this point. It's a huge tornado. So it'll cross Charleston Road here. Unfortunately, there's no part of Charleston Road that doesn't have homes. You know what I mean? So yeah. And by the way, that gas station on the north side of Dawson Springs, over there where the subway is, Ideal Market, is also one of the places that could get directly hit by this tornado. The last couple of frames here have pushed it a little bit farther to the east. That gas station is right here. The tornado is right here. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. It's going to start raining. You're going to hear the freight train. Next thing you know, there's no point in trying to look for it. Okay, it's going to be wrapped in rain. Some other places that need to be in their safe spots. Of course, we need Dawson Springs underground. Everybody. We need Charleston, Kentucky underground. We need Ilse, Kentucky underground, St. Charles, and Hamby as well. All right. The tornado is currently coming around the bend there on Highway or Interstate 69 between the Olney Missionary Baptist Church, the Blanchard's Glorious Acres, the Ideal Market, and Dunn Cemetery. It's going to continue to move over towards Charleston and Ilse on its progression over that way. It'll cross over the Star of Bethlehem Church. Chandra, if the names aren't updating, I've done everything on my end, so you need to reach out to the tech guy. We do have Zach. We have Chris. So do we still not have anything from Chris yet? Okay. Okay. Have you reached out to Ryan yet? Okay. All right. Rotating part of the storm that would produce a tornado is going to go right over town, and there it is. It's not producing a tornado, but you can see it right here, the rotating mesocyclone associated with the supercell that's going through Owensboro. So thankfully, this supercell did not take the same environment. It didn't root up in the same way as the one down in more, to the south of Owensboro. But yeah, Owensboro, you are getting a severe thunderstorm that's moving up towards Grandview as well. $50 size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, we got a new tornado warning. This is an observed tornado warning for Fort Branch, Mackay, and Spurgeon in Illinois. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Take shelter now. Once again, this site right here, this happens, the better, but it could take several hours. Who knows? Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan, we have an unwarned tornado occurring near Decker, Indiana right now. Several analysts in the server just pinged me about that.
Near this big line of storms to hit it. Once that slams into the supercell, then it, right when it first hits, it'll probably increase the rotation and lead to a big tornado, but that'll erase a lot of the forward momentum, and the tornado will likely be done for a period of time. So we're hoping for that. We're hoping that the inflow gets cut off, or we hope this big line right here makes it to the storm, because that's going to stop the tornado. But right now, it's not stopped. This is big. This is as big as it's ever been. Every scan, we see the debris ball getting bigger. This is probably a mile-wide tornado. Okay, this is probably a huge, nasty mile-wide tornado here now to the east of Charleston near the Star of Bethlehem Church. It's going to keep going over there towards Southard Church. Next road it's going to cross there is, you guys know it as Ilsey Road and Carbondale Road. If you know where they intersect there, near the, looks like a park, like a community park. That's about where the tornado is going to kind of move over towards Morton's Gap. So once it gets past Ilsey Road, it'll go over a really rural area that's just nothing but forest. But then it's going to go over there towards Morton's Gap. So we hope that this thing is going to die before it gets to Morton's Gap and somewhere over that big forest area. But unfortunately, within the next little bit, it is going to hit a couple of things. Right.